This happened 17 years ago, when I was 10 years old and living with my grandmother on a farm in the countryside. There were many livestock on the farm. At that time, I had 4 cousins, Xiaoluo, Gangzi, Ahua, and Mengmeng. We were all happy to help Grandma with the farm work, and each of us had our own responsibilities. I was in charge of looking after the chickens and cows in the barn, while the others took care of the sheep, cattle, and dogs. Grandma was responsible for the fruits and vegetables. The first strange thing happened to Ahua, who was 9 years old. One night around 9 o'clock, Grandma asked him to go pick some beets. He went out and didn't come back for an hour and a half, and when he did, his hands were empty. Grandma asked him, "Where are the vegetables?" Ahua looked completely confused and said, "What are you talking about? What vegetables?" He said he had just gone to the outhouse outside, and after coming back, he was playing with the family's 2 dogs the whole time. He never heard Grandma ask him to pick beets at all. So here's the question. Who was the person who heard Grandma's words and went out to pick beets in the first place? Not long after, Gangzi also encountered something strange. One evening around 7 o'clock, everyone saw him go out to feed the dogs. 30 minutes later, he came back. Normally, after feeding the dogs, he would always bring the empty food bowls inside to wash, but this time, he didn't. After a while, Grandma heard laughter coming from Gangzi's room, so she went over and asked him, "How did it get so late right after you came in?" But Gangzi looked completely confused. "Grandma, I haven't left my room since 6 in the afternoon." Grandma thought he was lying and scolded him. But if Gangzi had been in his room the whole time, then who was the one who went out to feed the dogs? Later on, it was Xiaoluo's turn. One day, he stayed in his room all day and didn't come out. Grandma had no choice but to leave his meals at his door, once in the morning and once in the afternoon. Each time, the plates were emptied. Grandma thought he just didn't want to go out, so she didn't think much of it. But around 5 in the afternoon, Xiaoluo suddenly walked in through the front door, carrying a bundle of wheat, a few carrots, and some potatoes, and said, "I'm back. It took me quite a while to get all this stuff." We were all stunned. Grandma rushed to his room and flung the door open. Inside, it was completely empty. So who was it that stayed in the room all day and finished all the food? After all this happened, Grandma finally spoke. "It looks like we can't live here anymore. We have to move." Later, we sold the house and moved out. Before we moved, we asked the neighbors about the history of the house. The neighbor said, "Before this house was built, there was a big tree on this land. Many people hanged themselves on that tree. And everyone who lived here before said they had seen doppelgangers in this place. It was only then that we realized the family members we had seen before weren't really us at all. They were all our doppelgangers."